திருவம் கல்வியும் சீரும் தலைத்தோம் கருணை கூட்டோம் தீமை தாய்த்தோம் கருவமாய் நமது உள்ளம் படுத்தோம் பெரும் ஆழத்திலே சொன்னோம். So we are human beings. Time is the greatest influence of nature on human beings. So today the time has provided the opportunity for us to celebrate the facilities created with the collaboration from the JICA, Japanese International Cooperation Agency, and the Ministry of Education of Sri Lanka. So I am totally in the mood of ecstasy. So we are feeling wishing, because what we witnessed today was not in our mind when we were entering the premises in 2012 with the leadership of Professor Vasanthi Arasaratnam. I myself and our Cabinet Minister Douglas Devananda entered this place with Professor Kandasamy. At the time, this place was no man's land. Actually, it was an abandoned land by the military and the former rebels. So since that time, within 8 years, now see big gigantic developments. So in this regard, we are delighted that so much of hard work has been put in with the guidance of the University Grant Commission and the Ministry of Education and all the well-wishers. Today this event is primarily celebrated to honor and give our gratitude. It's actually springing from our heart to the Minister of Higher Education and the Japanese Ambassador, the University Grant Commission, and of course our Cabinet Ministers and the people in the governments, and also our well-wishers and former administrators, the students, and so forth. So in this regard, I will go formally now. So we are immensely privileged to have Professor G.A. Peiris, the Minister of Education, in our gathering today. It is indeed a pleasure to see one of the outstanding intellectuals of this country to hold the post of Minister of Education, sir. As an undergraduate of the University of Colombo, Professor Peiris won the Mudaliar Redmond Peiris Award. Later on, he won the prestigious Rhodes Scholarship and obtained PhD from New College, Oxford University in 1971. His academic publication has appeared in such internationally acclaimed journals for legal studies as International and Comparative Law Quarterly, the Cambridge Law Journal, Anglo-American Law Review, Journal of Legal Studies, Malaya Legal Review, and University of Queensland Legal Journal. Professor Peiris later became the Dean of the Faculty of Law at University of Colombo and the Vice Chancellor of the University of Colombo. In his career as a legislator and minister, Professor Peiris introduced laws that were considered modern and innovative. He has also dedicated himself to the national reconciliation of this country. So we are indeed happy, sir, such an eminent scholar and towering leader is gracing this opening ceremony today by his presence. We warmly welcome, sir, to this function. It is in my honor and pleasure to welcome Honorable Excellency Akira Sugiyama, the Ambassador of Japan to Sri Lanka, to today's event. The Ambassador has been a meaningful bridge between Japan and Sri Lanka in promoting bilateral ties in commerce, infrastructure, education and technology. As a developed nation in Asia, and in the world. Japan sets an example to many developing countries in our continent. Based on a speech the ambassador made recently, a quality infrastructure development initiative launched by Japan lays emphasis on such values: open access, transparency, economic efficiency, including life cycle cost and financial viability. It is heartening to learn that Japan, under this concept, will continue to engage in the development of infrastructure in Sri Lanka most diligently, with special focus on ports, airports, power supply, water supply, sewage system, and irrigation, among others, to correspond to the vision of the government of Sri Lanka. The Excellency has said. The construction of research complex that has been declared open today in an area that once showed the destruction, the war was funded by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, a governmental organization that delivers a bulk of official development assistance for the government of Japan. On behalf of the University of Japan, sir, I express my sincere gratitude to the government and people of Japan for their generous support to the University of Japan students. And coming to the University of Japan from all the different communities of this country will benefit immensely from this research complex. We hope this complex will make an excellent contribution to Sri Lanka development in various sectors. Thank you, sir. The Ambassador, I welcome you for this occasion with wholehearted sir. Please convey Japan Trinity love and gratitude to the people of Japan. So welcome, sir. And the most familiar man to this plenary since 2012 is our Honorable Cabinet Minister Douglas Devananda. So having entered the democratic mainstream, before that he was again a warrior. So Douglas Devananda and his comrades worked hard to build his party in the northeast province of Sri Lanka. Their efforts paid dividends when 9 members of EPDP, including himself, were elected to the parliament from the Jaffna district in August 1994. Since that, there is no returning back. Douglas Devananda was re-elected to the parliament continuously, and he has been with us as a member of parliament, the long-serving member of parliament in this part of the world for the last 25 years, without a break, to represent the people of this region. So Jaffna University has been aspiring for the Faculty of Engineering since the inception from 70s. So I am just going to say the Tocqueville Declaration. So it's a declaration indeed. The faculty since its inception without any success. When President, Our Excellency Mahinda Rajapaksa visited Tocqueville in 2011, Minister Devananda urged President Mahinda Rajapaksa to establish an engineering faculty at Arabian Nagar. Following which the President asked the military to vacate the land at Arabian Nagar. With the hard work and campaigning of Minister Devananda, the cabinet paper was approved in 2013 and the establishment of Faculty of Engineering at Arabian Nagar in Trinity commenced with the help of Indian government. And of course, the works of an engineering faculty was started on 168 acres of land and become a reality. The foundation was placed for the building complex in February 6, 2004 under the leadership of Professor Vasanthi Arasaratne. And of course, then the Minister of Education, our Honorable S.P. Dissanayake. So with the patronage of Traditional Industries and Small Enterprise Development Minister Devananda and Higher Education Minister S.P. Dissanayake, I think they were very good friends, and that paved the way for us to have so many things. The first batch of students of the Indian faculty and early American lecturers enrolled in 2004. So since that time, now he is the present development coordinator for Greenwich District. I welcome you, sir, for this function, and you have more to say on this. Wholehearted welcome to you, sir. Then, now our Secretary of MOE is Minister of Education. So when Professor Capella Pereira was appointed as the Secretary of the Ministry of Education, I recall the University of Morocco described his service to his institution in the following glowing terms. Call. So that's the way I want to recall what the Morocco has said about Professor Capella Pereira. University of Morocco owes many of its greatest achievement to Professor Capella Pereira's exemplary leadership and guidance, and thank him for his outstanding service as a senior professor, a dean, and a vice chancellor. The example set by Professor Capella Pereira has an important lesson to all of us academics and researchers. That is, we have important responsibilities towards our institutions. Besides teaching and conducting research in the area that interests us, we are also entrusted with the responsibility to build up and strengthen our institution and guide our junior academics and students so that the institution and its societal contribution will be alive in the future. This is an example set by our Professor Capella Pereira. So Professor Capella Pereira went an extra mile. This circulated in the social media and all over the place I read. So Professor Capella Pereira went an extra mile. On the 12th of December 2019, all young people listen to this. He walked into Mategoda Vidyadeepa Central College to sit for a O-level examination in Tamil, maybe with his son. His humility and commitment to coexistence and pluralism won him accolades from all quarters of this country. So it is something extraordinary for a man with a professor and a vice chancellor sitting for the whole of the exam in Tamil to see his commitment to the pluralism and poverty of this country. In addition to being a vice chancellor of the leading university, he held many other important positions. That is his commitment to the nation, including the chairman of Nara Institute, deputy chairman of Ceylon Electricity Board, and commissioner of New Creators Commission or Inventors Commission. What a pleasure, sir. It is to have you with us today. So thank you very much for your whole efforts and already coming to and greeting our place. We welcome you, sir. Now, then I move. As a man of big stature, big heart, and tall man, is a former cricketer like a Clive Lloyd, right? And he would have become a cricketer. But Arjuna mother guided him to the academy, and when Arjuna envious of this and asked her mother, why did you guide Sampath to the academic and me as a cricketer? Then Arjuna mother said, he had a brain and you have a skill. That's the reason he told me last night in a early moon. Today I am so honored to welcome our Professor Sampath Amarajunga, the chairman of the University Grant Commission, to this opening ceremony. Professor Amarajunga is a person who worked tirelessly, even during the times of great crises like pandemic that are facing now, to ensure that the academic activities of our universities are conducted smoothly. He does his job while taking every necessary step to ensure the safety and security of the academic community of this country. So far, he is running more than 1.5 years of this condition without closing any universities. Congratulations, sir. Before being appointed as chairman, Professor Amarajunga served as a vice chancellor of the University's Jaipur. During his tenure as vice chancellor, he uplifted the University of Jaipur to another level. mainly the research development, and he's a visionary leader, proven to be. So Professor Amarappa gave leadership to the establishment of two new faculties, several new departments, and the reorganization of the Research and Publication Committee of the University. In addition, he inaugurated programs to strengthen the links between the university and the industry and signed many MOUs with leading local and international institutions. Nothing can be more pleasing than having a visionary leader who recognizes the role of research plays in national development at this opening ceremony for complex that is built for research and development. So thank you very much, and we welcome you, sir. And his leadership, the Jaffna University also thrived because yesterday he himself was here the evening time and witnessed the activities in the 160 acres and the 400 acres. And actually, it gave him a mesmerizing feeling, the students and the staff, even just to walk along these areas and get this done. So thank you very much for coming and witnessing and being ambassador for us in the south. So you are ambassador for us in the south, sir. So we welcome you, sir, and congratulations for all the commitment. Now, I am pleased to welcome Honorable Angajan Ramanathan, the Member of Parliament representing Jaffna district. The Angajan Ramanathan is a young politician. So now he had paid the way and got the recognition from the people as an elected Member of Parliament. He has a bachelor degree in computer engineering and an MBA from Australia. Mr. Angajan Ramanathan is the young, energetic parliamentarian who has been working hard to alleviate the poverty and unemployment in the north. The welfare of the youth has been his primary interest because he worked very closely with Namal Rajapaksa, another man who so much dedicated to the welfare of the youth. So he's a leader with a broad and inclusive social vision and a strong tie to his community. He always shares his joys and sorrows of his people. As the co-chair of the District Coordinating Committee, where I also participate, Mr. Ramanathan has been carrying out his task in a commendable manner, always prioritizing the needs of the marginalized segment of our community. His role as a deputy chairman of the committees of the Parliament of Sri Lanka, also highly regarded, sir. So Mr. Ramanathan plays a role in keeping the democratic tradition of our Parliament alive as the deputy chairman of the committees of the Parliament. So we are happy that Ramanathan is here. So with us today is the opening ceremony. We welcome you, sir. And Mr. GMRP Apanso, our Director Planning, Ministry of Education. So he took that job in 2010. Maybe he is one of the government employees witnessing from the MOE all the proceedings because the secretaries and ministers are changing. But Apansu is always there to make the continuity going. I think today I talked to him. It's the 6th visit to the University of Jaffna. So he considers this as a privilege, and also we welcome you, sir. We will continue to expect your support, wholehearted support to us. And also now, late inclusion, Mr. Kader Mastan, he himself has actually contacted us and is with us today. Assalamu alaikum, sir, and we are actually happy to have you here. And it's actually, we appreciate your interest in making all effort and coming here. So Kader Mastan is also Deputy Coordinator for Vaunia District, Banni District. So his role in lifting the Vaunia campus as the University of Banni also, Vaunia also, is a big thing expected from the society, sir. So thank you very much. And also now my time to welcome all Japanese Mitsubishi and other corporation contractors, and also who have worked tirelessly in Mr. Jayasingh, engineer, who has been our consultant in this project, and also our former Vice Chancellors, I have no words to say. Vasanti's name should be there in Aravial Nagar. I always say she is a lady of accelerated development of this university. And during her time, is fortunate and enough to have S.P. Lisanayaka, and also money was not a problem in the government in those days. So we have got a development. Welcome you, Madam, and Professor Balasundaram and Professor Mohanas, the former Vice Chancellors. I welcome you, sir, and our Registrar and the Competent Authority, Kandasamy. I am not extending any welcome because he is a man of every moment in this arena since 2012. He still is a history lecturer doing wonderful things. And also our deans, council members, ladies and gentlemen, time is more important. So I pay my gratitude to the Lord. I welcome you all. I know those who have been working very hard to make this endeavor successful. Especially we have to congratulate our capital works, DR, Rajin Sir. I think he is masterminding everything with regard to the buildings. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I thank Engineer Athoraja and Swamati Madam, who has originated this LICA project coordination, and Lucy. He has been carrying out this project with Vasanthi Rajaratnam and went to Japanese embassy many times and meticulously worked hard. And the present team, Suri and all concerned, engineering division and everybody. Thank you very much. It's not about the thanks, actually it's a welcome. So wholehearted welcome to you all. I also pray God that you all have a very good 2021 and stay safe. Thank you very much.